Some people don't consider dance a sport because when they think of dance or when they think of sports, they automatically think of your baseball, football, soccer, and hockey. Both football and baseball are competitive, don't get me wrong, but dance is also. Due to the fact that this is a very controversial topic in the dance world, and because I've been dancing for 16 years, I've decided that I want to research further into this issue. Dance has been around longer than all of us have been alive. It originally was used for rituals such as weddings and funerals. It started to become something when people back in the day were consuming alcohol, and this would be considered an ecstasy dance. You can associate this with the Greeks, and some of their dances are actually on the Greek bases. Finally, around the 16th and 17th century, someone decided to invent ballet, which is a form of dance, and that was in France. Ballet was something for the royals to attend shows, or the dancers would perform shows in the royal courts. And more styles have been evolved, and they are your jazz, tap, hip hop, ballet, musical theater. And to show you, these are a pair of pointe shoes, and they were mine. And this is a pointe is a type of ballet. And what it is at the bottom of the pointe shoe, right here, is a block of wood. And you would normally use a toe pad, which is a gel, and put it over your toes, and then you would slide your foot in the shoe, and then you would stand on your toes. Now let's talk about the whole athlete thing. Athlete is their definition of an athlete is a person who is trained or skilled and exercises sports and games which require strength, agility, and stamina. When you see an athlete, you automatically see that they have endurance, they're muscular, skilled on the field, and their dedication to tip-top shape. Dancers need the same exact thing that football and baseball players need. And being a dancer since the age of 3, I know it comes along with it. An average dancer probably takes a minimum of 5 hours a day of classes, and that doesn't include rehearsals and competitions. Dance itself is a form of celebration, and it is very artistic. Dancers not only have the option to take classes, but they also have the option to be a competition dancer. Competition dancers they choose whether they want to be that, and they want to perform on stage and travel. But not only that, they have to choose whether they want to do a solo, which is one dance for one dancer, a duo for 2, trio for 3, or a large small group. On top of that, dancers only have a select amount of dance moves that they are able to do in the dance, and the dance has to be a minimum of 3 minutes long, if not longer. In competition, there is a panel of judges, and there's usually 4. Don't the judges have the same jobs as a referee does? If a referee has to do the same thing that a judge does in a competition. The judges are the people that judge you on your skill, they judge you on your outfit, they judge you on your overall performance, and a referee does the same exact thing on the field. If a player does something bad, they throw the flag and they get penalized, just like dancers do. And also, since the dancers have to be dressed in the same uniform, their hair has to be done the same, and their makeup has to be done the same, doesn't that count as a uniform that football players and baseball players need? Don't they need the same outfits too? Now I'm going to talk about scholarships. Dancers are offered college scholarships just the same as any other athlete, football, baseball, hockey, any other athlete is. Dancers get a large amount, depending on how good you are, a large amount of money to either attend a performing arts school, such as Point Park University down in Pittsburgh, or just a regular university like Youngstown State to get into their dance program. If a dancer just wants to get into the dance program, they have to go down to the college, set up an appointment, audition with hundreds of other girls, and stand out from all of them just to get picked into their program. If they do get picked, say I go and I audition for a scholarship at Youngstown State University. if I get picked, I could get a scholarship anywhere from $1,000 to $13,000 towards my education. Injuries also have a big part in athletics and dance. Every sport comes with injuries. Dancers can get injured just as easy football players and baseball players can. Dancers can suffer from knee hyperextensions, snapped calf muscles, back injuries, sprained ankles, and most importantly, broken toes. When dancers get injuries, they can't just go to any doctor and say, hey, I broke my toe, or I broke my ankle. They have to go to a sports doctor to get the correct treatment that they need. But since they go to a sports doctor for technically sports injuries, wouldn't that be in the sports category? Let's take a look at an example of a football player, Lynn Swann, who played for the Pittsburgh Pirates about 1954, I want to say, and he took ballet classes. A lot of athletes, coaches, a lot of football players have to take they have to take dance classes in order to get their muscles stronger, more flexibility, and to get them stronger and not have enough, or they need to have enough stamina and a lot more muscle so they can prevent injuries. People think that the ability to dance isn't unique, but anyone, I mean anyone, can't do what dancers do. Many people argue that it's not a sport because it's not on the Olympic roster, but if it wasn't so big, then why would Fox make a TV show So You Think You Can Dance and have that national worldwide television show? If dance is the definition of a sport and a dancer fits the definition of an athlete, dancers' dance injuries are specifically sports injuries, then how is it not a sport?